AEW that we all know and love, it's been the alternative to WWE. There's been a lot of spots within AEW that are very memorable within the company's history, and it looks like that some of those things are going to be changing. And the thing is, guys, a lot of people are very upset about the possibility of AEW changing from what it always has been over the 4 years that AEW has been a thing to the potential of what fans are really trying to make it out to be as of right now. And we're going to be talking about it all right here on OTB Extra. I'm your host, Phil. Thank you guys so much for joining me right here on this OTB Extra. We're going to talk about the list of moves that are banned within AEW and the list of moves that are going to be, needing approval from the talent within AEW along with the backstage personnel that is a part of AEW. And we're going to be talking about Brian Pillman Jr.'s potential status with the WWE. We've all known that Brian Pillman amicably left AEW a few weeks back, and now he's been seen at the WWE PC. What is his status with WWE? We got it all right here on OTB Extra. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about all of this stuff right here on this Extra. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Saturday afternoons, and we'll be right back here on OTB for the Saturday Night Collision post show for OTB when it comes to AEW. So stay tuned for that. We got the Owen Hart Finals concluding here with the men and the women's tournaments finally concluding tonight, and the 2 out of 3 falls match between FTR and Bullet Club Gold. So stay tuned for that. Let's get right into the news on this OTB Extra. There have been major changes coming within AEW when it comes to the in-ring product, and that's coming very soon. Fightful has learned of the document that was sent out within the company recently that outlined some of the changes that the company was planning to make regards of the performers and the safety of those performers. It's important to note that while multiple people in the company confirmed that the document was legitimate, there are numerous talent who said that they have not seen this as of yet, and this was posted on Thursday, so it's been a couple of days since then. There were protocols developed by AEW's medical team, coaches, and the referees to help protect talent, staff, crew, and the fans. The document said that while there are risks in professional wrestling, they wanted to minimize the risk without compromising the quality of the talent's performances and their ability to be creative within the wrestling ring. I mean, it makes sense, Specifically, the document was sent out to outright ban unprotected chair shots to the head, shots to the back of the head, buckle bombs, blind moves from the turnbuckles to backwards opponents, fencing responses, unnatural position of the arms following a concussion, seizure sellings, spitting, bleeding in the crowd, weapons and projectiles in the crowd, taking drinks and food from guests within the crowd, or physical contact with the crowd itself. We're told that nothing with blood on it should be thrown in the crowd as well. And it's honestly common sense. I mean, we all know that this is going to affect some wrestlers' offense within AEW, but largely buckle bombs and the attacks of that nature are the only ones really banned with AEW as of right now. However, there have been several instances of bleeding wrestlers in the crowd, MJF being known to get physical with the crowd, with taking food and drinks from them, or flipping off a hat of somebody. It's been a thing. And Bryan Danielson doing some seizure-esque selling. We saw that at Forbidden Door when it comes to his match with Okada. So this is definitely going to change some offense when it comes to pro wrestlers, but I think it's going to be a good thing at the end of the day. There are also a group of spots that was much more broad that was listed, but is still permitted. However, they must be approved by medical and coaches assigned to the match, and it was noted that the list was not a comprehensive one and could be adjusted by medical, legal, and coaching staff when needed. And when approved, the moves are to be performed in accordance with the safety protocols that are in place. Again, makes a lot of sense here, guys. I really don't think this is going to be anything to worry about. Below are the moves in verbatim from the document of the moves that need to be approved by coaches. Spots and bumps on the ring apron and outside of the ring. Table, ladder, chair spots in and out of the ring only allowed with padding. Any elevated spots outside the barricade, dives, and ladder spots on stage, around the arena, or other places outside of the ring. All pile drivers, tombstone variations, including the sit-down pile drivers, inverted poison ranas, and vertebreakers. High-risk top rope moves, 450, 630, double moonsaults, etc. Intentional bleeding of any sort, not just blading. Throwing people into or over ring steps, commentary tables, bell tables, or guardrails with weapon usage. Chairs, pipes, kendo sticks, hammers, ring bells, bats, chains, etc., and title belts. Turnbuckle, thumbtacks, skewers, barbed wire, and other sharp puncturing objects and powders, aerosol sprays, or liquids. Throwing a weapon or objects such as chairs, etc. Choking, strangling with hands or a weapon or hanging spots. Injury spots and angles, whether or not medical is involved or called to the ring. Any physicality with the crowd or crowd brawling. Any physicality involving referees, managers, extras, celebrities, or special guests. Now, I'm going to stop right there real quick. All of this is perfectly fine. You know, of course, things are going to need approval by AEW, like management and all that kind of stuff. Especially when it comes to like referees, managers, extras, celebrities, and special guests. Of course, it's going to have to be approved, guys. You know, it's not really all that, you know, like, it's logical stuff here. So when it comes to all that kind of a stuff, like that is obvious. And when it comes to stuff like chairs, pipes, candlesticks, and all that stuff being used, of course, that's gonna have to be approved because you know you're gonna have to keep these people safe, keep the wrestlers safe at the end of the day. And the whole bleeding thing, a lot of people are very upset that John Moxley, when he just bleeds every single match, and now it's going to be approved by staff and him or basically anybody else that he's working with. Bro, I don't want to see bleeding every single week. I don't. But when you see this stuff being approved and you see the matches that are going to be involving these things, it's going to be more special, and it's going to just bring out a lot of better things when it comes to AEW. AEW just needs to grow up at the end of the day with the Warner Bros. Media deal that is coming very, very soon, and they are going to get paid. This is not a bad thing for AEW whatsoever. The only thing that I wish that, we can see is how all of this is really going to be coming about. We don't know when this is going to come into effect or anything like that, but we just got to see where things go. I really don't see the problem with it as of right now. We just got to see where things go. So, again, everybody's just, trying to take things out of proportion as always when it comes to pro wrestling and their fan and the fan base and everything like that. But it's not going to be that bad. I really don't think it's going to be that bad. So if aggregating the story, we ask that you make sure that there's going to be differentiating which are completely prohibited and which moves are going to be approved to avoid reader, confusion. So again, the moves that I just listed before are things that are going to be needing approval of. These are still going to happen within AEW. They just need to be approved by talent, by backstage personnel, etc. So the document said that providing the necessary parties with notice to plan, quote, creative stunts and spots is helpful. That way they can plan for them to be done as safely as possible. Talent were encouraged to speak to coaches, talent relations, medical team, or legal as early as possible for things that would require such planning. One talent we spoke to said that they believe that this is a good move and will help streamline the show, avoid repeated spots over and over and over again, and moves in general, and make more of an authentic spots that talent are capable of doing. It is also expected to help instill some authority to the coaches and help help production prepare for spots. We'll be asking more talent about their reactions as they come aware of it, but most we've heard from agree that this was necessary, quote, tightening of the screws as the company begins and continues to grow. It's all going to be fine. I really don't think this is going to be anything to worry about. So just, keep things with an open mind when it comes to this. It's all going to be good. So I really don't see a goddamn issue when it comes to this. Sorry if I'm stuttering all over the place. I am fucking, just out of it today. So if you guys hear some of the stutters or whatever, that's on me. I really do appreciate that. But enough about that. We'll talk about that when we get there and when we see these things in effect on AEW programming. But guys, we gotta talk about Brian Pillman Jr. because Brian Pillman Jr. has been seen at the WWE Performance Center, but is still a free agent as of right now. Fightful still confirmed that this past week, Brian, Jesus Christ, it's stuttering. I am so sorry. His AEW deal expired in July, and from his 2-year full-time contract with the company. Wrestling Observer reported that Pillman was at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, and we can confirm he was seen by numerous people there this week. When we asked WWE sources to confirm all of this, Pillman had not been signed yet, but he was at the facility, and we're told what he was doing there was a get-to-know-you type of meeting. And that WWE had immediate interest when he was becoming available to the free agent market. And of course, WWE would, with any AEW talent, I'm so fucking sorry, guys. Would be going to the free agent market. So there's that. We're told that things regarding a lot of the people that they bring in are being kept close to the vest, but the Pillman situation was seen as plain in sight when it comes to others in the PC. Fightful reached out to Pillman for some wording, but they did not get word back from him as of yet. Jesus Christ. This is good. If Brian Pillman is there, I'm going to love it. Brian Pillman Jr. Being a part of WWE would be a great thing for him. And him being a part of that WWE system would be great to see. Him going to NXT, especially with the group of talent over there, would be absolutely fantastic to see. And I really don't see a negative to this. He's very underrated when it comes to his in-ring skills. We didn't really get to see him all that much in AEW, but he's good. He's really good. And if WWE does land him, I think it could be something great to see. I don't know how they would, position him or where they would, really try to figure things out when it comes to him. But he's a good talent, got a good head on his shoulders. And if they do land him, that would be a great thing for AEW. Or, well, for WWE. No, not AEW. He left AEW for WWE. So, guys, that's it. That's all the news I have for you guys today. Again, I apologize for all the stuttering and everything like that. Just a lot of things going on in my life right now. A lot of family stuff that is not good. So, I'm a little bit, I'm just nervous about that. But, I did want to bring out the news to you guys. So, stay tuned for that. And we'll see you guys later on for AEW Collision right here on OTB. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the channel as of late. We will see you for the AEW Collision post show right here on OTB. Talk to you guys soon, guys. Have a good rest of the afternoon. And I'll see you later on tonight for AEW Collision. Peace.